What's going on, Sports Wars? This is Ryan with the RK Outpost and GeeksGamers.com, and it looks like Phoenix Suns owner Robert Sarver and the entire organization are bracing for a potential fight with the mainstream media over a hit piece that is expected to drop that supposedly has a lot of information on Robert Sarver that is going to accuse him of a multitude of things. And him and the organization are getting out in front of this by releasing a bunch of statements. Take a look at the headline. Suns owner Robert Sarver denies allegations of sexism, racism, and harassment. And before we even get into it, it does seem lately, doesn't it, that there is this targeted attempt to go after straight white males who have positions of power in sports. No hit pieces seem to be written about people that aren't straight, white, and male by the mainstream media. And inevitably, it's always, oh, there's racism, oh, there's sexism, oh, we need to do more to get more people of color in higher positions. We need to do more to get women in higher positions. That's basically the end result, or what the mainstream media tells you the solution is to all of these problems. But let's see what the details are around this specific instance. Robert Sarver, owner of the Phoenix Suns, issued a stern denial of accusations that are expected to be made against him in an upcoming ESPN story. Jordan Schultz, an NBA podcast host, tweeted Friday that the NBA is preparing a story that would accuse Sarver of racism, sexism, and sexual harassment in a series of incidents. Sarver and the Suns responded to Schultz's tweet with a flurry of statements. The 59-year-old Sarver, who has owned the Suns and the Phoenix Mercury, sorry about that one, since 2004, expressed he was, quote, wholly shocked by the allegations expected to be brought by ESPN. He went on to call some of the claims completely repugnant to my nature and character of the Suns Mercury workplace and that they never, ever happened. I don't know how to prove that something didn't happen, and it is difficult to erase or forget ugly accusations once they are made. Even hints of racism or sexism in our culture today are toxic and damaging and should not be lightly raised. I categorically deny any and all suggestions that I use disparaging language related to race or gender. I would like to think my actions and public record regarding race, gender, or discrimination of any kind over a lifetime in business and community service will adequately answer any questions anyone might raise about my commitment to equality and fairness. Now, I do wonder, if this is a statement that is meant to say, hey, listen, ESPN, if you publish anything false about me, I will come after you. It is ridiculous. It is damaging to my character. And if you do something like that, I will come after you in a legal manner. I will try to destroy you if you try to say something false about me. So I wonder if that type of action right now is an attempt to get ESPN to not run this story. But let's move on. Phoenix radio host John Gambadoro tweeted that more than 50 people were interviewed for the ESPN story. It's supposed to run at the end of the regular season, and ESPN senior writer Baxter Holmes was involved. It was supposed to run at the end of the regular season. Does that mean this regular season or last regular season? That's interesting. The accusations could bring disciplinary action from the NBA if the evidence is strong enough, could potentially lead to a rare occasion in which a league would forcibly remove Sarver, like we saw with the Clippers owner not too long ago. Donald Sterling, I think is his name. Jason Rowley, the Suns team president and CEO, stood by Sarver and backed up the organization claims in statements saying the published ESPN story contains false narrative. And I want to show you this because they did come out here on Twitter and make a lot of different statements. We understand that an outlet is considering publishing a proposed story that makes completely baseless claims against the Suns organization concerning a variety of topics. Documentary evidence in our possession and eyewitness accounts directly contradict the reporter's accusations. I wonder what they are. This really makes me wonder. They're coming out so strong against this. If it's unpublished, how did they get the information about what's in there to be able to refute it this way? What do they have? Are they is there people that are leaking stuff to them? I don't know. I do not know. And we are preparing our response to his questions. We urge everyone not to rush to judgment here, so maybe he did reach out, especially based on lies, innuendo, and a false narrative to attack our organization and its leadership. This is from the owner. We already read some of those things. We already read some of the things that he said, so we can move on to the next one. This is from James Jones, Suns general manager James Jones. None of what's been said describes the Robert Sarver I know, respect, and like It just doesn't. And then here's the president and CEO. The Phoenix Suns and Phoenix Mercury organization take very seriously our commitment to promoting a respectful, fun, competitive, enriching work environment, and we're proud of our track record relating to employee well-being. We take seriously any allegations of racism, sexism, or harassment of any kind, which have no place in our organization. With respect to the recent reports about a forthcoming ESPN article, I will simply say we are aware of the false narratives it contains and plan to respond accordingly. This story is outrageous and false. It doesn't represent at all the Robert Sarver I've worked alongside for. So over and over again, everyone in the Phoenix organization right now, they're not trying to distance themselves. They are standing with their owner, Robert Sarver, in the face of these potential allegations. So I don't know if maybe this story will drop early. I don't know if their intent is to try to persuade ESPN to not run this story. But either way, it looks like ESPN has a hit piece that is directed at Robert Sarver. Who knows when it's going to come out? And they are standing up. They're not going to go down lightly. They're not just going to let it come out. They are being proactive and saying, this is full of garbage and you better not run it. Let me know what you guys think. We don't really know too much of the details of said racism, sexism, or harassment. Just a very generic, hey, we've seen these hit pieces time and time again, trying to drag up stuff from people's past, use some private conversations, all these things like we saw with John Gruden, like we will continue to see over and over again by a mainstream media, a woke mainstream media with a narrative to spin. Let me know your thoughts about this in the comments below. Smash a like button, subscribe to the channel, ring the bell for notifications, share this video out there, and I'll talk to you later.